Hi, life is a hell of a roller coaster. There's lots of up and down, and you have every right, and no one has the right to tell you like don't do it. I'm not in your shoes, so you have every right to say to give up, to say life is unfair, to say life is difficult, and life is difficult. It's a hell of a roller coaster. But if things go up and down, it means that you're alive. When you're at hospital, what happens when you're dead? It is a straight line. So if it's actually going up and down, it means that you're actually alive. And one thing, no one's life is easy. It's just that people have learned to manage and live with their imperfection. As you know, no one's perfect. Even though you look at people's social media, no one's life's perfect. If you look at mine, 2 weeks ago I went to Toronto. I on my LinkedIn I posted a video about aging, which make 100 views for the first time. I had an article written on me in college. I have very cheap rent at the moment, but my life is not perfect. I just learned how to manage my issues and how to manage my emotion. And I am here to tell you that you can do that too. I know it's hard, but it's up to you to get back up. No one's coming to get you out of here. No one's coming to rescue you. No one. So you are the only one who's going to do that. I'm not here to sugarcoat you. I'm just here to be real with you because I want you to succeed. Even though you say your parents are here for you, yes, your parents are here for you. To what extent are they going to understand you? To what extent is your boyfriend or your partner going to understand you? Only you can. And people can relate to a certain extent because they have experienced the same thing. So what I'm going to do here is going to give you some tips and tricks that's going to elevate you and help you navigate through that. It was hard for me when I came to Canada. I came with, like most of you, with no friends and no family. During summer, I worked really hard to save money for my next semester. As an international student, I spent $8,000. So I know the struggle, okay? But first thing, you're not alone. But if you want to get out of here, you are your own savior. And if someone tells you you're unable to do it, you won't be able to do it, you're not good enough, you're too young, whatsoever, that's their problem, that's not yours. And don't hate them for that because chances are they don't believe in themselves. If someone thinks I'm not able to get that job or I'm not able to get I remember one friend of mine wanted to start his business, and his mom was like, "You know what? Maybe you should get a 9 to 5 job." It's because not because she didn't love him. It's because it's and yeah, this flies is annoying me. It's not because she doesn't love him. It's because she doesn't have enough um, courage in herself, if I can put it like that. Maybe that if she would have started a business, she would be afraid of failing. So she is trying to protect her child. So whoever tells you that you're not able to do that, don't hate them. They are only, just a reflection of their own insecurities. Same to people who tell you you're not able to do it or who are jealous of you. People are jealous of things. It's just a reflection of things that they don't have. Why would I be jealous of something that I have? Jealousy, I think, can come from envy, come from insecurities, and come from a lack of confidence and trust. So if ever someone treats you badly or is jealous of you or tell you you're not able to do it, just don't uh, hold grudge when it goes to them. Just like be mindful and be like, it's okay, it's just don't say that to them in the face, but just like be mindful and be like, it's okay, it's the way they are, it's their insecurities. Don't take their insecurities on you. This is their problem, this is not yours. You have your life and you are the own hero on your life, of your life. And they have to deal with their SIHD. Anyway, long story short, if ever you are struggling at the moment, I have a few tips for you. Practical, about being actionable. I'm someone very spiritual, but we are living in not only in a 3D world, but you're living in a reality, and to manifest things to reality, you need actions. So I'm here to give you these tips and actions I've tried it myself, and other people have tried them, and I actually recently find that so I'm not going to taking all the credit for that. I actually find that in one of the videos of Anthony Robbins, who I really, really like and appreciate the work that he does. And so yeah, let's get started. It's 4 to 5 small steps. So the first step, when something goes wrong or you're in a difficult situation, it can be, for example, for me, I had 2 difficult situations. The first one when my boyfriend cheated on me because we were together for, well, we're together for 3 years and then 5 years, but during these 5 years, it was hell of a roller coaster. And I was making excuses for all the bad thing he was doing to me. And I was making excuses for myself. I was blaming him when actually I had the freedom to go away, which I didn't do. So see the situation the way it really is. Don't make it worse than it is, or don't exaggerate things. If it's my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, not my boyfriend anymore, my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me because he doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't love me anymore for XYZ reason. Don't make it worse, like, oh, I'm not good enough, I did this, I did that. Okay, maybe we can actually have a conversation, but this comes later on. First thing, see things the way it is. The second one, there's a guy I really, really loved, and the day my grandfather died, he actually broke up with me the same day and saying, I get the impression you're falling in love with me, and I cannot do that to you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm already in love with you, and we've known each other for, I would say, a year, but it was a year of on and off. But so I was like, yeah, I'm all alone, blah, blah, blah. All of this is happening to me. Like, no, yeah, this happens to me. This hurts. I felt like people are abandoning me, blah, blah, blah. But see, as it really is. Another one is that when I didn't get a co-op, I was thinking I had things planned. I like to have control on things. I was like, okay, I was thinking of working during my co-op and keeping my part-time job to be able to save money to get, to pay for my tuition for next semester. Turns out my co-op was unpaid, but I cannot be like, oh, I cried. For the first time in my life, I called my parents and be like, you know what, I can't do that. I'm not having a paid co-op. I cried. I don't normally ask help from my parents, but I called them. I cried. I was like, I'm so sorry. I can't do that. Cry your little heart out. If you need to cry, cry. Don't think that speakers don't have, are perfect. And Liz and Nichols say that I am perfect in my imperfection. And that's what makes you unique. So once I acknowledge the fact that this is the situation I am in, it's easier for you to find solution. So once you actually see things as they really are, don't make it more horrific or don't sugarcoat it. Like, be real with yourself. You don't have to tell that to XYZ. You don't have to tell that to your friend. Just with you, no one's going to know. Be fucking real with yourself. And the second thing, once you figure out what it is, be true to you. The situation is what it is. The truth hurts, and I know that for a fact. And sometimes when people talk to me, I'll be like, tell me the truth, be honest, but don't be rude to me, and don't be mean. But the truth hurts sometimes, especially when it's something you don't want to hear. And I know that for a fact. I had lots of truth that I had to face that I didn't want to face, and it's hard, and you're alone because it's the truth that you have to deal with. No one's going to take that burden or whatever. You have to deal with that. So the first step, don't make things more horrific than they are. And the second step is deal with the truth. The truth is what it is, and that's it. And then have a vision for your future. So the thing here is, if you had a bad relationship, if you have bad finance, get yourself a vision, because, okay, yes, you're in a bad situation. Yes, this is the truth. And now what? What's the next step? Okay, you want to cry, you want to buy ice cream, you want to hate the world. Go ahead, hate the world. Cry. For me, I have a 3 days to a 1 week window when I hate the world, when I eat ice cream, when I spend money. And then I'm like, hey, stop, done. I have a vision for my future. So when it came to that guy and my grandfather, I was like, okay, I'm done with you. And I was tired. I was to that point of being tired. I was tired of being tired, actually. So I was like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm focusing on myself, and this is what I did. I exercised more. I had a new morning routine. I started listening to more podcasts, and I was like, hey, I had dreams, but I was putting on hold because I would rather spend time with him than spending time on me. And I was like, taking that back. When it came to my ex-boyfriend, my toxic ex-boyfriend, so I was looking at my life and be like, hey, everything around me sometimes revolved around him because we had common friends. And when I was looking at my job, which was an excellent company, but I was not going to climb the social ladder, I was somehow unhappy. I wanted a new beginning, like a fresh slate, a fresh start. So I talked to my dad, and I was like, I want to go back to school. And I came to Canada. One day maybe I'll tell you the process of coming here. It was not an easy process, but lots of blood and tears. I was like crying till there was blood, but I was also very strong. I was supposed to get financed by someone. Last minute, that person bailed, and I was looking at my dad, being like, "Hey, I think I'm not going to do that because I'm being so selfish, and my parents didn't have debt and they have to take a loan because of me." But after all, my dad was just like, I'm not looking back, and for him and for me, I'm going to push it through. Anyway, that was a little anecdote to say, have a vision and push forward. I'm hearing music. Oh, yeah. So the fourth thing is just because I'm alone here for now that I can record, but people might coming, but that's all right. Things are not always perfect, as I told you. There's ups and downs. And so the fourth thing is getting a role model. So my role model was Nichols and Anthony Robbins. Why have a role model and get that vision to close to that role model so that it can enclose the gap between what you want to go, and see the actual result. And you can actually map the step of those people. Your road and their road are two separate roads. It's not similar, but there are certain steps that they have taken that you can actually do. For example, meditate more. As you know, surround yourself with 5 people that you want to look like, people that have common goals. Like instead of being with party people, you want to be with people who are more mindful, or you want to be with people who eat more healthy. So, and Anthony Robbins, with everything that he says, sometimes I jotted it down, like for now, and I was like, okay, this is things that are going to, and depending on the level that you are, things are not going to resonate, but things that are meant for you, 100% are going to resonate with you and going to bring things into your life. But a role model can be for me, it was Anthony Robbins, but it can also be a pastor. It can also be a business person that you know, that you want to go with them, be like, hey, can you be my mentor? I'm willing to be your mentee. It can be anyone. It's just someone that you look up to, who have the result that you want to have and you want to accomplish. And the fifth thing and last thing is give more that you want to receive. So I'll give an example. So when I wanted to build that business, I wanted to make money. I wanted to become an inspirational and a motivational speaker. But then I realized that this is for me. And you come first. This is my dream, not for mom, not for dad. It's just for me. But I was struggling with finding content that was going to resonate with people and was going to make the business profitable. But when I take a step back, okay, my dream is still my dream, but empowering people and helping people actually makes me even more happy. And the reason why, and you can relate to that, the reason why I like Anthony Robbins stuff is because I found value in that. He gives, I receive. So this is what I mean. So if you give more, you will receive way more.